Boom. Welcome back to another episode of I'm a Beast Podcast. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but today I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make a something quick, a simple video. I just wanted to. I don't know. I want to show you guys a video. I wish I could play the video up here, but I'm gonna play it from my phone and then have you guys like listen to it. I wish I could like show it in there somewhere. I wish I could. I gotta figure it out how to do that. Cause usually I just post the video once I'm done. Cause if I take this video, so I don't edit it, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna ask for a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not trying to, I don't want to really do right now. But I might have to do that for you guys. Um, it's gonna be interesting though. Yeah, I might have to do that for you guys. Anyway, this video is. I mainly had this video. I want to do this video for the ladies, yeah. But it's anybody, any gender can benefit from what I'm about to say. You know. First thing first. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing good, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to rush this because my brother's kind of pick me up in a little bit, but so I hope you guys are doing good. I say this to say, I've mainly had this conversation or got this issue has mainly occurred like just women they've been telling me things and I'm just interesting. I'm just intrigued. I'm just listening. Like sounds very familiar. I haven't talked to any of my guy friends and have that same issue because I don't know. I just haven't had that. My friends haven't really, even though they have their own issues, But I say this to say, when the Bible says be aware of false prophets, it wasn't just talking about specific. It wasn't just specifically that message wasn't just catered to prophets. It wasn't catered to people coming saying, "Oh, I'm the next Messiah. I'm this. Follow me. This, that, and the third." It wasn't just catered to that. It was talking about the whole masses. It was talking about the whole. This is what I believe. You know what I'm saying. This is what I believe. So please don't run with this and say this, that, and the third. This is just me, my own thoughts. I've been sitting by myself, and this is my after reflecting, sitting with myself and reflecting. This is what I come up with, right? And asking God as well. Um, it says to be aware of false prophets. I wasn't just talking about prophets. A great example I think about all the time is in the Bible in Matthew's when can't remember what chapter, what verse, but in Matthew's when the devil came to God and Jesus and tried to entice him, kind of tried to get him to turn away from God, kind of tried to get him on the side by telling him, not even kind of, he tried to come and take Jesus turn him away from God, you know. He tried to do that to him. He tried to tell him, oh yeah, took him over the mountain, and when he was on the mountain, he's like, look at this world, look at all these buildings, look at all of this. This could be yours. This could be yours. So he was trying to get him to not claim God. He was trying to, and then he was telling him about falling from something, and then trampling so that God. So he's trying to he's using God's words against Jesus. Is what you get. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like he said something about falling or something about something, and then prove it that God is going to save you. He's going to trample upon. Oh Lord, I gotta pause. I just gotta call for my brother. I didn't know he was nearby, but let me finish this real quick. But he was told him to like follow something and then try to jump or to touch something. So this is verses from Psalm 91. He was saying because he says about how God will order his angels to catch him so he will not fall. Right? If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I wasn't very prepared for this, but it's been on my mind and I want to get it out. And so like if you guys want to talk about it in the comments, let's talk about it. Come on. And I just want to talk about like nowadays it's become very 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 big, very huge. Like there's a lot of Christian women out here who are looking for a man of God, and oftentimes when I'm on TikTok, I'm just seeing them. It's almost as though they are. It's almost as though they're on they're trying to they're picking and like saying like, okay, I'm a woman of God and he has to be this, he has to be that, he has to do this, he has to be that. Like I'm saying, for me, it's a scary game. It's very dangerous. Where they're ladies. Listen, it says let those who have ears hear. So listen. You don't have to listen to me at all. But you gotta understand, there's men out here who are willing to go who will use God to get in your pants, to get you to say yes to whatever it is that they want you to say yes to. If you tell them, I'm not doing this unless you put God first, there's men out here that will say yes, okay, let's do it, let's put God first, just so they can get whatever it is that they want to get. You got to pray for God to open your eyes spiritually and open your ears spiritually as well, so you can hear and see when He's talking to you, when He's revealing things to you. So I say this to say, there's men out here that will go to the extensive lengths of playing the long game and giving you all, telling you all you want to hear, reading the Bible with you, going to church with you. The whole time, that's not. They have one goal in mind, which is just to get in your pants, which is to get whatever it is that they want to get from you. And one day you're gonna slip up. One day he's gonna sweet talk you. Like, again, I use Jesus as an example because you are not exempt from being enticed by the devil, being enticed by other entities that are other people that are being used by other entities to come into your life. Like, not everybody that's sent in your life is sent from God. It's from God. Not everybody that's in your life. That's what I want you to get. I want everybody, male and female, to understand that not everybody is sent from God. Not every even the devil knows the Bible well, so he can come into your life disguised as a man of God, as a man who walks in righteousness. Which is why you can't just. Which is why you have to pray. Which is why you can't lead with. You can't allow your flesh to lead. You have to allow God to lead. You have to put God in the center. And a lot of women who struggle, who don't have a father figure or structure in their life, or like somebody to give them like some sort of structure or moral compass. You guys are victims. You're gonna be victims 24/7. You're gonna be victims every day. Like, victims, they can spot you. And these people know the Bible. Heavy from head to toe, like a mannequin. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very worried. You have to pray, and be very cautious who you allow into your life, who you let come into your life and tell you they're a man of God or they're walking righteous. You have to pray about that. And I want to play you guys a video, real quick. I want you guys to listen to, and very interesting video. I might put it up. I'm not sure. I think I should put it up. Yeah, I might put it up. But listen to the video.
Girl, you actually do some incredible impersonations as well.
Hold on. Okay, I'm about to play you guys the video. Here it is. Hopefully the audio is good. Let's listen.
You know, I normally don't name drop, but since he put himself on social media, I just thought I would use what the man said as a warning to single women that are Christian here, listening online, and for you all that will listen in the not too far distant future. And so I'll just be kind of blunt. Most of y'all know who Nick Cannon is. You know, Nick Cannon runs through women like kids do after going trick-or-treating with candy. I don't say that bluntly. That's not something to be proud of, is that you keep creating babies from all of these different type of women, and then they end up missing out on true parenthood. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world they're thinking. But he said something that really, really bothered me. He was being interviewed. I just saw this yesterday. And so this is just a warning. It's a warning for the single ladies, but it's a warning for us all. And it really bothered me what he said, because the host asked him, he said, out of all of the women that you've been with, which was the one that you really, really regret losing, or that you really, really fell in love with, whatever. And I can't remember her name, but apparently it was one of the first ones. And then he said something I thought was so crazy. He said, that's the only woman I chased. So that means all of the other ones was giving it up too soon. Too soon is before married. But he said that. Now, here's the problem. He said, that's the only woman I chased. He said, I chased her for 3 years. Okay. And so he said, I chased her for 3 years. He said it took that long. And then he did this, because, she was like really into her Christianity. He did just like that. And he said, I couldn't believe he said this publicly, right on social media. He said, so it took me 3 years. He said, I finally got to her through the Bible. That's what he said twice. No, I'm not kidding. Okay, he said, I finally got through her through the Bible. He said that was my way in. So he's doing that whole pretend thing. And that's the last thing he said. That's the last thing he said. Yes, he said, I finally got to her. And he said, I used the Bible to do it. And so that's a warning. It also is a warning that Satan will work on you a long time.
Anyways, that's the video that I wanted to share with you guys. And you see, man did 3 years. 3 years. She didn't give nothing to him for 3 years. And then he finally figured out, used the Bible to get to this woman. And then he did, successfully he did that. So I said, you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. Like, you gotta be very careful. You gotta believe, like, you gotta believe you're worthy of, like, somebody waiting for you. You're worthy of, like, you're worthy of it all. You gotta know your worth. You gotta have your self-respect. You gotta have all of these things, because another man, if you don't have any of those things, and discernment, another guy comes into your life who disguises himself as a man of God, you're just gonna go ahead and say yes. Especially when you don't have a father figure or structure at home, where it's like nobody really holds you accountable, or checks you, or tells you, like, this is not okay, you can't be doing this, or, when you don't have that, and, like, I understand, like, you crave that, you want that, when you crave, when you look for it anywhere you can find it. When you do get it, you try to hold on to that for as long as you can. But there's men out here, the messages, there's men out here that will do this, and you're not exempt. They did it, they tried to do it to Jesus. You're not exempt. You're not exempt. And I'm not shaming you or anything, or condemning you. I'm just out here sending a message, letting you guys know, like, what's actually going on. And just be safe, be on the lookout. Men will do this. He married her from 2005 and then they broke up in 2007, I believe, after the fact. So that's because the man put the ring on. That's because the man said, I want to marry you, this and the third, and let's do this, let's put God at first. It don't mean that's what's from God. It don't mean that's just God. The devil will dress himself up in a righteous man and pretend to be this thing that he's really not. And you got to pray for God to reveal that to you. What you have to do, pray for God to reveal that to you. Anyways, I have to go. You guys be safe. Yes, I will be posting this later today. I gotta go. I'm gonna play some basketball with my brother. The weather is nice. I'm gonna go enjoy this, get a little suntan, and I'm sweating. So yes, you guys be safe. I'll talk to you guys later.